Happy Valley, Peaky Blinders, Raised by Wolves and Gregory's Girl all time with local viewers. Photo, BBC, Channel 4, ITC Entertainment. Mark Butler. One Day Friday, May 4, 2018. Over the years, numerous TV shows and movies have been set around the UK, with many distinctively tied to the accents, outlook and landscapes of those places. But which best sum up the part of the country you're from? We asked members of our Screen Babble discussion group on Facebook to name the TV and films that most accurately reflected their local experience. Here's what they had to say. Scotland on screen. Of all the corners of the UK, Scottish drama seems to have a particular connection with its audience. For nostalgic trips down memory lane, Gus White suggests Gregory's Girl is just the ticket. It takes me back to those early 80s days in my youth. Being awkward and geeky and having nothing to do except go up the park or the shopping center. The small-town deftness of it all. Slightly suspect teachers being rubbish at sport and in love with unattainably beautiful girls. Also, I spent a lot of times around penguins. Yvonne McHugh, meanwhile, highlights The Illusionist by Sylvain Chomet as offering a really beautiful, stylized vision of Edinburgh in the 1950s. I especially love how the views of and from Arthur's Seat are portrayed. A lovely, gentle film with a nice wee story, gorgeous film set in a gorgeous city. Edinburgh is a city of real contrasts, adds Janet Marshall, who believes that 60s classic The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie and 90s TV drama Looking Out for Jojo, starring Robert Carlyle, reflect both. That said, when it comes to Glasgow set drama lip service, Gus White suggests it was terrible. Not the LGBTQ content, which was all very positive, but the terrible acting, the unrecognizable depiction of modern Glasgow, and plot holes you could drive a corporation bus through. Other Scottish suggestions from Screen Babble: take the high road, Braveheart, Outlander. It's not so grim up north. When it comes to the north of England, there's an uplifting edge to many of the highlighted examples. Deb Aldred points to a little-known film called Northern Soul. It's about the Wigan Casino and how it became central to the soul music of the 70s. Quote, over in the northeast, Mark Taylor suggests Alf Beater's Ain't Pet is a fine example of working-class Geordie manhood. In Yorkshire, meanwhile, the balance between wry humor and hard-hitting subject matter in many TV shows and films appears to perfectly encapsulate the region's sensibility. Pete Postlethwaite as bandleader Danny in Brastoff. Photo, Channel 4 Films, Miramax. From Carol Lachowski's suggestion of Kes, as memorable for Brian Glover's hilarious football antics as much as its bittersweet sense of tragedy, to recent international crime hit Happy Valley. I live in Sowerby Bridge where it's filmed, notes Deborah D. But it's far happier place than the program's grim storylines would suggest. Honest. John Hempstock highlights the powerful 90s film Brastoff, about the battle against the decimation of the mining industry, as another great example. It captured the mood of the people perfectly. Frustration but without losing sight of compassion and humanity. I've since moved away, so remember the film, and the time, with fondness. The Mighty Midlands for Steve Wilkins. Period gangster saga Peaky Blinders has been a source of Brummie pride. You never saw any series with Birmingham at its center, he notes, until Peaky Blinders. Hearing those accents. And it's set in the area I grew up in, which is actually kind of scary when I think about it. But Brum always seems underrepresented when it comes to visual media. Peaky Blinders, raising Brummie pride since 2013. Photo, BBC. Alison Hodson flags up Raised by Wolves, the comedy based on Caitlin Moran's childhood in Wolverhampton, as a creation that resonates with anyone familiar with a town famous for its football team on Yam Yam dialect. Linda Pinde agrees, yep, I'm a proud Brummie, but Raised by Wolves makes me homesick. Southern seaside drama. The south coast of England has been a source of famous screen outings from Brighton Rock to Quadrophenia. But there are many more besides. Foyle's War was filmed in Hastings Old Town and it perfectly captures the timelessness of the place, says Steve Wilkins. They even do Foyle's War tours. Sheila Mackey, meanwhile, points to the Who's Rock opera Tommy, which was filmed in Southsea, Portsmouth, though the pier sadly burned down while the movie was being made. Which TV shows or films sum up where you're from? Have your say by joining Screen Babble on Facebook. More from Screen Babble: most confusing TV shows, annoying TV characters, most shocking TV moments, most overrated TV shows, best TV detectives, greatest children's TV shows of all time, The Walking Dead, and other TV shows that should have quit while they were ahead, most disappointing TV endings of all time, greatest TV villains of all time, iNews, https://inews.co.uk